To make the words appear in the other activities, we can follow the first hint, which was to copy and paste the code that we already have in the numbers activity. So let's copy all this code here from the numbers activity. And then first we'll paste it into the colors activity. Before I pasted this block of code in, the colors activity was using the activity_colors.xml layout file as the content view. So we could change the colors activity to refer to this layout file again. However, we would also need to change the layout file to have a list view XML layout instead of a relative layout. In the quiz, we gave you hint number 2, which was all the activities can use the same layout file, which has a list item element in it. Since activity_numbers.xml already has the correct layout, let's just go ahead and use that. Delete this tools context attribute, which says which file the layout should be used in, because now this layout will be used for 4 different activities. Next, we'll want to rename this file so that it's not number specific. So to do that, we'll right click, head to refactor, and then rename. So how about something like word_list.xml? So refactoring here, we'll update all locations in the code that refer to the old name and update it with the new name now. Back in the numbers activity, we referred to the activity_numbers layout, but notice here it now refers to the words_list.xml file, which is the new name for the same file. And then when we move over to the colors activity, we can set the content view to also be the words_list.xml file, which contains a list item view. So then in the colors activity, we can set the content view to also be the word_list.xml file, which contains a list view element. Alright, so let's make sure all the other code in the colors activity is correctly referring to the colors category, and we don't have anything left over that still refers to numbers. So the most apparent one here is the English and Miwok translations. Let's update that to reflect the color words. So the remaining code in the onCreate method looks correct. So we created a word adapter from this list of word colors. Then we find the list view with the viewID list in the words_list.xml layout. And lastly, we set the adapter onto this list view. So now there's no errors in our code, so let's run the app on our device. So when the app launches and I click on the colors category, we see the list of color words. Nice, it's working. So the Miwok color is on top and the English word is below it. Now we'll repeat the same thing with the family activity. I copied over the file from the colors activity and updated the list of family words from the provided dictionary document. And when I run the app on my device, it looks like this. Now, excellent job. All the categories are properly displaying the Miwok and English translations for each word. Now there's one last cleanup step we could do that would be nice to fix our code. Since we're just using a single layout file, our word list XML file, for all 4 activities, we can delete the unused layout files. I'm going to go ahead and delete the layout files for the colors, family, and phrases. Whenever you delete files, you should test the app one more time to make sure it's still working and you didn't delete anything you accidentally might need. So after running the app on my device, it looks like it's still working. So take a step back and congratulate yourself. You just finished the coding tasks in lesson 2. That's a really big milestone.